So a lot of schools have started closing down the application process for September 2023 intake. Now, that does not mean you cannot be in the UK by December 2023 or January 2024, because quite a lot of schools also offer another intake. So you don't have to wait till September 2024 to get into the UK. You can still find courses that you can study with a January start date. Now, there's a big but. Now, the but is that not all schools offer January courses or offer courses with January intake. But in this video, I'll be sharing over 35 schools, yes, over 35 schools that offer January courses. So if you want to be in the UK by January 2024, then you need to watch this video to the end.
Everybody know I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Yes, you know I get it, I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on, get that freaky getting freaky. Get it right.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and I am a University of Nottingham alumni and also a Developing Solutions Scholarship Award winner. In this educational series, I talk about the UK admission process, I talk about the visa application process, I talk about tips and tricks on how to enjoy your stay in the UK as an international student, and I also talk about tips and tricks on how to earn more money as an international student. So if you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, before we continue with this video, I just want to remind you that I offer some UK educational services. Right now, I'm only offering the UK admission package, and that's because it's getting to the end of the September application process and the beginning of the January application process. Right now, my package is comprising of some application for the September courses and some for January intake, because I noticed that even if the school says that, oh, this application process is still open, sometimes you will apply and then a few weeks they tell you, oh, it has been filled up or something like that. So what I want to do is offer both intakes, so that I know that even if the September applications come back negative, the response comes back negative, you still have the option of applying early for January intake, so that you know that's like your backup plan in case you get a message saying oh, this class is full, or you get a late admission and then you are not able to make it. At least you already have applied for January and you have some January offers. So in case you just see that it's too late to process all that you need to process, you just switch and start processing January, which will give you more time to do everything and less anxiety. So I have only one package for now. By the time the whole September application is finally closed, I will not offer purely January intake, and then I would also continue my SOP loan services and the academic CV loan services. Now, also, I just want to thank every of my clients that has approached me and used my services. It's been about 9 months since I started offering these services for a fee, and I've had over 50 clients that don't know me personally. Thank you for trusting me. I've had almost 90 applications that were successful. Thank you, Jesus. It's been one heck of a journey, and I'm so grateful for everybody that watches my channel, everybody that approaches me for my services, and everybody that has trusted me. I've applied to a lot of schools. I've had successful applications from a lot of schools. I've applied to Salford, University of Salford, University of Hull, Manchester Metropolitan University, my SOP has been used for Bradford University of Bradford application and offers. There's so many. Hertfordshire, University of East London, University of Westminster, University of Dundee, Queen University Belfast, and so many. I can't remember. Sunderland, so many. I just want to say thank you. It's been quite a journey. I've learned a lot because the academic range of the clients that I've had has made me more exposed to things. Like I said before, I've learned things that I never ever would have decided to learn because it's not in my field. But it's been amazing learning about petroleum engineering, learning about human resource management, learning about business management, learning about biomedical sciences, even though I had a bit of knowledge about biomedical sciences. But it's been really, really interesting to learn a lot of things. So I'm thankful to all the clients who have approached me and used my services and also recommended me to their friends. I've had some clients who had successful applications and they've recommended me to their friends, and their friends also have had successful applications. So thank you so much to all the people that have used my services and recommended me. Now, if you want to use my services, please check the description box for my email address. Please send me your documents. Don't just send me a mail, I want this and that. Please send me your documents. Be specific about what you want. I need to know if you fit into my clientele before I do back and forth. Please, my services are not for free. Now, the only admission package that I have costs more than 120,000 naira. It's not a one application package. It's more than 4 applications, and that means more than 4 SOP, more than 4 courses. So it is not something that you would think is less than 100 or less than 120. So if you don't have that amount, or if you are not ready, please don't approach me. I don't like when I do back and forth, and then when I give you the price, I don't even do back and forth now. I just give you the price at once. And when you pay, that means you are committed to the process. Not you pay, tomorrow your brother will tell you something, your uncle will tell you something, you say you're not doing. Once I collect the money, I'm starting the process for your application. I might not start on your application, but I've already started doing research on your course. When it's your turn, because I operate a first pay, first attend system. So when it's your turn, I would not fully commence, but I've already started working on your application or working on your order from the time you pay, even from the time you are talking to me, because I'm already thinking, oh, this cost, this, that. They're looking at the school and everything to see if you fit. So payment indicates commitment. Okay. Also, if you want to contact me for any of my services or for this package, you can join the Telegram group. If you're not in the Telegram group, you're missing. I'm telling you, you're missing, because right now there's so much information that I've shared for those that are September intake. Because in my last video, I shared a timeline, and I've already started sharing information for the next step after payment of a tuition fee deposit. So if you are not in my Telegram group, you are going to be missing a lot of information, because there we share real-time information. So if you want to join the Telegram group, please check the description box for the link to the Telegram group. Now, when you enter the Telegram group, I'm going to restrict you for the first couple of days so that you can catch up with what is shared in the group. You're supposed to use that time to read the messages, watch the videos in the group that has been pasted in the group, and catch up with the information. Sometimes some of your questions have already been answered, so you don't to keep repeating questions. So with all that said, let's get into this video. So before I list the schools that have January courses, I have to explain some things about January courses, so you have more information about January courses. Now, not all schools offer January courses, and not all courses have January intake. So that's the first thing that I need you to know, because you might see a course that has September intake and think that it will have January intake. No, that's not how it goes. Now some schools don't offer January courses, so this is why this video is being made, so that you can go and do some research and check for your course and see if it has a January intake. Because the fact that I mentioned these schools that have January courses does not mean that all the courses will have January intake. So that's one thing to know. Another thing to note is that the time frame for application and everything for January courses is usually small. Now for September course, you have from September to September. The application process is always open from like September to like July. That was previously what it was. It was September to July, but now because of the rush, most times you see from September to March, April, May. So it's no more till July. But for January courses, it's usually like from May to like maybe September. And the thing is, if you watch my previous video on timeline, you know that there are some things you have to do ahead of time so that you will be in the UK ahead of time. Because if you keep thinking, oh, I have time, before you close your eye, open your eye, you find out that you don't have time, you have so much restriction, and you might end up not being in the UK when you want to be in the UK, and that is the truth. So you need to know that the timeline for application and everything and all the things that you need to do for January is shorter than that for September. So you have to be well ahead of time. You have to be proactive. So that's another thing to note. Now, if you are not highly qualified for master's program in the UK, and what I mean by that is those that have a third class or HND. If you know you don't have an extra qualification like a PGD or have over 10 years of experience, I would advise that you concentrate on January courses now and apply now. Even if they've not yet opened the application, get all your documents ready. Immediately they open, apply now. Your chances of getting an offer is higher when you apply immediately they open the application process or within the first few months, because then there's still a lot of spaces available, so they can afford to say, okay, we'll give 5 to HND. But if you apply later, you might not get that offer. Now, for those who have the extra qualification and a lot of years of experience, I would still advise that you apply for some September courses and also apply for January courses. This is just to be proactive and to make sure that you are covering all your bases. Now, this is what I highly recommend, especially for those who have HND and third class. Another thing to note with January courses and you applying now for January courses is that you might not get a response in like a week or 2 weeks or 1 month. You might get your response in like 2 months, because they'll be concentrating on the September 2023 intakes. Like right now it's cast time, and then they'll be doing a lot of that, so they might not really like pick up the applications of January intake. But the thing is that if you apply early, there's a huge possibility that you get a positive response. So that is why I'm advocating that you apply early, but does not mean that you're going to receive an offer or any response early. It might take 2 months. I know that when I started applying for September courses, because they were still working on January courses, they did not really reply any of my clients, and they were worried. By the time they had settled with January courses, a lot of them were just getting offers. It was like every day I receive offers. So you need to know that, so that you are not anxious or agitated. So now, the schools that offer January courses, some of them have already started accepting application. Like I've already made some January 2024 application for clients, because like I said, I'm offering a mix. I'm not doing straight September at this point. So I started applying for that. I don't expect any response until maybe like June. or yes, I don't expect any response from them until like June. Now, if the school that you intend to apply to has not yet started accepting application for January, what I would advise is that you write your SOP, your CV, get all your documents, your reference letter, everything ready, so that immediately they open the application process, you would apply. Like I did that for my T-side, for some clients that wanted T-side courses. I had written like almost 5 or 6 SOPs and CVs. Everything was ready. Once they opened it like this, I sat down with the computer and I was applying. I made sure I applied for everything like 2 days. Immediately the course application process opened, and all of them got offers. They didn't get it immediately, they got it towards the end of the year. But the thing is that by applying early, I increased their chances of getting an offer. So that is one tip for you to do. So the schools that offer January courses include MMU, that is Manchester Metropolitan Universities. Some courses have opened for application. Courses like MPH, that's Master of Public Health, Global Health, which only has 1 intake. So if you are intending to study public health and you want to apply to MMU, you must apply now, because it has 1 intake. They only do January intake, so there's no September for MPH at Manchester Metropolitan University. So now that they've opened, they are most likely to close earlier than every other person, because they only have 1 intake. Now, the next school is University of Salford. University of Salford, for some courses, they have multiple intake. But if you have been following University of Salford or have been watching my videos, you know that that school is hot cake. They close application after 2 days, 3 days, 4 days for some courses. So now they have multiple start dates for some courses, especially the business courses. They have January, they have March, I believe, they have May, June, they also have September, and some courses have November. Now, September courses filled up. In fact, they started writing letters to some people that, yeah, sorry, your class is filled up. We are deferring your admission to the next intake, because people have paid a long time ago. I have a client that I got his admission in, I think, around November. Yes, I got it around November or so. Within days, he has paid, secured his unconditional offer. So that's kind of person is definitely going to get cash first and going to finish all his application process first. Now, the thing is that even though they have January courses and multiple start dates, they might not open the application for long, or they might not open it at all. This year they did that. They were supposed to have opened June at a particular time, but because they had people that they had to defer, and by the time they deferred, the June intake was filled up. So with Salford, you have to be on point. You have to monitor them like like a police officer. Be watching them, stake out. That's how I will call it. You have to be checking their website every day. And while you are checking, don't wait till that time to get all your documents or do your SOP. Personally, I prefer to apply within the first few days, like even that day they open. Because in my own experience with all the applications I've done, if you delay with Salford application, you might get disappointed. I actually was disappointed for some people. I thought I had a trick to get them at least space so that I can apply, because they approached me late anyway. And by the time I open my eye, blink, go to sleep, go to work, came back, hey, the course was closed, and I'm like, what the heck? And the way the application is that once the course is closed, you can't even proceed. You can't even say, let me apply. Maybe they will consider. You won't be able to proceed with the application. So this is what I'm saying. Prepare your documents before they open the application. As soon as they open it, apply that day. I've done that for somebody. I applied the day they opened and the person got an offer within 24 hours. So please for Salford, Salford ain't like other schools, just so you know. Other schools are Nottingham Trent University, Sheffield Hallam University, Robert Gordon University, Glasgow Caledonia University, Edinburgh Napier University, Leeds Beckett University, University of Wolverhampton, Middlesex University, University of Westminster, Bournemouth University, Teesside University, University of Brighton, Anglia Ruskin University, University of Derby, University of Chester, University of Dundee, Birkbeck University of London, Bangor University, De Montfort University, Kingston University London, Queen Mary University of London, University of Sutherland, Ulster University, University of East Anglia, University of Bradford, University of Lincoln, Cardiff Metropolitan University, Queen's University Belfast, Northumbria University, both the London and Newcastle campus, University of Stirling, University of Roehampton London, University of Plymouth, Aston University, and University of East London. Now, those are the schools that I am sure offer some courses for January intake. Now, like I said, some courses, not all courses. So you need to go and check and see if they have January intake. Usually they'll write it whether they have September, January, May. Some schools, when you even want to apply, they'll say, are you applying for 2023 or 2024 January? So like I know for University of Derby, they started you can apply for January intake. University of Westminster, you can apply for January intake as of now. So you need to check the school, check if they started accepting application, and if they've not, if you feel that that's the school you want to go to, get your application documents ready. Immediately they open, you apply. That will increase your chances of getting an offer, trust me. So that's about all for this video. I hope this video was very useful to someone. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.